Let's take a look at all the positives about this movie. A writer/director with impressive credentials, a relatable protagonist, an abusive father who could be redeemed, a sister with psychic abilities, a killer with a creepy, unique mask, a logical way of kidnapping children, a great brother and sister connection, great acting, great trailer, creepy music. The Black Phone was on its way to become something special in the world of horror, but then it hit the 27-minute mark of the movie and decided to abandon all the character and world building and tries to make the movie long enough just to get into theaters. But hey, let's do a quick run through of the events that led us to this point. Vinny is your typical protagonist, heart of gold, bullied in school, timid, doesn't really have a lot of friends. Not splitting the atom in terms of uniqueness, but I'm not complaining. Vinny lives in a broken home. His mother is dead, and his father has turned to the bottle to deal with his sadness and disciplines his children with violence and his drunken rages. His sister Gwen has some psychic abilities apparently passed down from her deceased mother. Gwen explains that her dreams are real, and when local children start getting kidnapped by a man dubbed the Grabber, Gwen seems to know details about the kidnappings that the police haven't released yet. As Finney is walking home one day, he runs into a man that dropped his props, and Finney, being the nice guy that he is, decides to help the man out, not knowing that he is the Grabber and his next victim. Sadly, this is where the movie goes south. Because at this point, it doesn't seem like the writers actually have a plan of what to do next. Finney awakens in a soundproof basement, he sees his captor wearing a horrific mask, and is told he has nothing to worry about because the Grabber doesn't want to kill him. Well, that's good, but I don't seem to believe him on that. The Grabber goes to get Finney a soda, and Finney starts exploring his surroundings. The door is locked, the room is concrete and soundproof, the windows are barred, the toilet works surprisingly, and there is a mysterious black phone on the wall that doesn't work. And it annoys the Grabber when Finney brings up the phone, but we never get any context on that. So the phone is essentially a way of talking to past victims of the Grabber, and they try to give Finney clues about how to defeat the Grabber and ultimately escape the room. And throughout the movie, the Grabber starts testing Finney for some reason, and in one scene, he doesn't actually lock the door to the holding cell. But Finney doesn't escape that because a previous victim explained to him that this is what the Grabber does. He leaves the door unlocked and he sits upstairs ready to beat the child to death. Now, as all this is going on, the movie focuses a lot on Gwen, the psychic sister. We see Gwen praying, we see Gwen dreaming about house numbers, and even having some tender moments with her father. All great stuff. But it doesn't impact the movie in any way at all. Think about Raiders of the Lost Ark. If Indiana Jones wasn't involved in the movie, the Nazis would have found the Ark, opened it, and all died. That's Gwen in a nutshell. Gwen doesn't impact the movie, the father doesn't sacrifice his life for his children, showing that he's capable of redemption, fucking nada, zilch, whatever. We then cut back to Finney, who's in the room again by himself, getting phone calls from the dead children, each giving a little bit of clues of how to beat the Grabber. Filling the phone with dirt to make it heavier, going through the wall to get to a freezer to grab a steak, and then also cutting a hole through the ground to trap the Grabber. And while all this is happening, we keep cutting back to Gwen, praying to God, looking at house numbers from her dreams, calling the police saying that she knows exactly where Finney's being captured. But none of it matters. Why? Because Finney kills the Grabber on his own. No father sacrificing himself, no Gwen or the police saving the day as the Grabber's about to deliver the death blow. Christ, we even get a couple filler scenes of the Grabber's brother, who lives in the same house as him and doesn't know that his brother has been kidnapping and killing children in the basement for God knows how long. Seriously, this happens. The guy has a map of the town with all the kidnapped children marked on it, and then he just suddenly realizes that he's in the house where all these children are being kept. And then he finds Finney and his brother kills him a couple seconds later. Not even like a debate between, hey, bro, you're kidnapping children. No, hey, look, it's this boy that's kidnapped. Bam, dead. What a fucking waste of potential this whole movie was. We get nothing in terms of the grabber's motivation, his relationship with the phone, the grabber's history with his mask, which apparently is a big deal to him, but no context. Is Finney psychic? Is the implication that since Gwen has abilities that Finney does as well, do the dead children not have the ability to talk to a regular person? Nope, nope, none of that. Movie over. That's it. And since the father and the sister play zero role in the movie, the opening scene could have just started off with Finney walking home from school, getting abducted, and that's it. You don't need interactions with the other kids prior to this. No world building, no sibling love, no abusive father. You could have even had it where the grabber was traveling great distances to find these children. That he was just going to random towns, picking up a kid here or there, and bringing them to the centralized basement. It doesn't matter at all. All of this could have been explained in a couple of phone calls from the black phone to Finney. The black phone might be one of the biggest disappointments of the year for me. It started off with all the potential in the world, but bad writing from a surprisingly exceptional writer was the ultimate downfall of this movie. I don't know what they were thinking, but I would avoid this movie.
Are there signs or just empty air? Are you up there watching? Or just not there? People break into groups when the light